The Koenigsegg Jesko Absolut. So this is the first time I'm seeing an Absolute, and it looks incredible. Just 2 days ago, I spotted an attack as well on the road for the first time. That was quite a sight. So let's have a closer look at this car. Headlights are pretty much the same, and if you look at the car from the front, you might not really be able to identify which one is the Absolute or which one is the Jesko, because they're both very similar. I think the air intakes in the front are a little narrower, the nose a little sharper, but it's again very small differences. You have this panel here with holes. Those are of course to let the air out when the front wheels are spinning. As for the wheels, fully carbon fiber, and then you have a central nut for easy replacement. Now coming to the side, the whole car is designed to be as aerodynamic as possible, and you can see that in the body. So the doors design is a little different, still has the signature foldable side mirrors. Now here the Jesko is a little longer, so the air intake is also a little different. The fin there again slightly different. So the Absolute is priced a little higher because more work has gone onto it to make this car more aerodynamic. The rear wheel is pretty much the same, but it has carbon fiber plates on them to reduce more drag. And of course, one panel there has a small hole in it, and that's of course for the nozzle for filling up the air in the tires. Now coming to the rear end, this is where things get a little interesting. For the tail lights, I think it's pretty much the same. The upper tail light is red in the Attack, if I'm not mistaken. But here you can see that there's a grille here, and there's a lot of openings in the rear end. That's of course to let as much of the air out as possible. You also have small gaps here to let the air out of when the rear wheels are spinning. Very, very big diffuser for more drag reduction. A sleeker exhaust pipe, and of course a small camera there as well for reversing, because there's barely any rear view visibility from the inside of a Jesko. What's missing is the spectacularly huge rear wing, and now in place of that you have just these two gaps in the body. I guess those are to let the hot air out from the exhaust, and then you have these almost vertical fins. Those are there to keep this car stable at high speeds. The engine in both the cars is pretty much the same. It's a 5-liter twin turbo V8 engine, which depending on the fuel you can get up to a maximum of 1600 horsepower. Now another thing about the rear end is that it is a little longer, more sleeker and differently designed than the Jesko, and of course without the rear wing, it is from the rear it's very easy to identify which car is which, but overall it looks absolutely insane. So this one is the first one in the country, and it's already sold. So my guess is that I'm hoping to see it at some car event as well. Now as for the interior, again exactly the same as a Jesko Attack, but of course you get the Absolute letters there on the Alcantara on the passenger side. And then you get this really strange looking G-force meter there, just to show you how fast you're going. And interior is very similar to the Riggera's interior. Now moving on, another interesting thing about the Jesko models is that they have a inbuilt 9-speed multi-clutch gearbox, which helps in lightning fast gear changes, which of course helps the car move as fast as possible. So here it is. Koenigsegg has come a long way from the Jesko, but a lot of things are still the same despite huge changes over the years. So since I'm here at Allen Class Motors, which is the official distributor of Koenigsegg, they also have a few other Koenigsegg's here. This is one of my favorites, the Riggera, and then they also have something a little older, an Agera R. So this one is in fully exposed carbon fiber, and it looks phenomenal. So this Agera R actually makes 1200 horsepower, which is a little more than the standard Agera R. So that's a factory setting, and only 18 Riggeras exist in the world. So I have a video of this as well in detail, so you can go and check it out. Now the design of the engine bay is very similar to that you have on other Koenigseggs as well, like the Riggera, Agera, and the CCX models before it. Now, as for the Regera, this is again one of my all-time favorite cars because it just looks so sleek, so beautiful. That sharp nose, those massively big headlights, and this car has the optional ghost aerodynamic package. You can find this video on my channel, and I'll leave links for all Koenigsegg videos in the video's description for you to have a look. Check out the video of the Regera from the inside, check out the video of the Jesko Attack from the inside, and the Regera R, CCX, CCXR, CC850. So many videos are there. Let me know which one is your favorite. This one again is in fully exposed carbon fiber in a dark bluish color, bluish gray color, and again it looks phenomenal. So one thing that's different about the Regera is that it has a fully retractable rear wing, and when it's not needed, it can actually, slowly retract into this cavity and pretty much fully disappear, just like in a McLaren P1. The rear end is again a little longer than the Agera's rear, and of course that's all to make the car as aerodynamic as possible and to help car generate as much as downforce as possible. So the Jesko Absolut is quite different from the Attack. In the same way, the McLaren Speedtail and the McLaren Senna are very different from each other. So are the Chiron Sport and the Super Sport. Again, both those cars are Chirons, but they're very different from each other. In that same way, the two Jeskos available are also very different from each other. So in this showroom, you also have 3 McLaren P1 GTRs. This black one just arrived, and again, all these 3 look absolutely incredible. So I want to show you something very, very special. Just let me walk around these cars here. Check out this Ducati Lamborghini edition. Looks phenomenal in this color. So the Jesko Absolut, in terms of design and aerodynamics, reminds me of a very similar sort of car, which is the McLaren Speedtail. Both these cars are designed to be, long in terms of rear end, and of course they have very sleek bodywork with very little aggressiveness or wings that will generate drag. And of course they have the flat wheels, so the disc in the McLaren Speedtail doesn't rotate with the wheel, and in the Absolute you have flat wheels for the rear. So you can see the Speedtail is much longer and much larger and wider than the Koenigsegg, because it's designed for 3 people to sit inside comfortably. So you can check out the video of the Speedtail, these 2 Elvas, the Chiron, the KTM Crossroad GTR, and all these other Ferraris and McLarens and Mercedes and everything. You can find them all on my channel. But if you are a Koenigsegg fan like I am, and if you want to check out those videos, head on down to the video description for more videos of other cars like the McLaren, the Bugattis. You can just have a look at my channel and let me know what do you think about it. So this Absolute is the first one in the country. I just had to come and see it, and it looks phenomenal in this red color. Let me know in the comments what do you think about it. The Koenigsegg